Hello, welcome back to Europa. Are you guys ready for another fun-filled day of freezing our butts off and building stuff? Today, the main goal will be simply to finish up the atmospheric section. And here we have a potato that is just showing a potato even though it's a whole plant. That's a bit of a graphics bug there, but oh well. Bunch of stuff all over the floor. And here we have the partially completed atmospheric section. Gotta refresh my memory of how far I got on this thing. Okay, the point in taking that was to make some more white pipes. There we go. Now I need to run the oxygen to the oxygen refill thingy. Trying to figure out where I want to run the next section of pipes. Because I also got to get the waste pipe out. Yeah, just grab a little bit of the brown pipe. Make some more brown pipes. Use the third dimension. Go around that pipe. And I'm out of pipes again. There we go. Some more steel. Time for some more pipes. Then run this brown pipe into the waste system, and that way my suit's waste tank can get emptied into there. Now I'm going to make some khaki pipes, and I'm going to use khaki as the color for gas that goes into the greenhouse. So it will be a reasonable temperature gas, mix of oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide. Gotta go over top of those pipes. have a quick look around up here, get some idea of what I want to do inside there, inside the greenhouse. So I'll probably run pipes up to the roof and then connect vents on the inside of that greenhouse. Need more steel, need more silicon, or iron, or whatever the heck it was. Oop, left that on. And huck you in there. And put a fresh filter in. There we go. Now time to go back in here, even though I'm not low on water. I want to put up some vents. And I might as well drink water as well. Oh, yep, the graphics bug just fixed itself.
Air tank critical.
We'll stick a vent there and a vent there. A vent there facing that way. And one facing that way. Gotta hit the right button. It's always helpful. More pipes. Now let's figure out how I'm going to connect all those vents, preferably hiding the pipes themselves so they aren't visible through the windows. Of course, that decreases the air pressure inside that room. You can kind of see the pixels floating around there. That's because some of the air is being sucked up into the volume of those pipes. And I'm Not sure how I'm going to get that pipe across. Once again, I can just use the third dimension. Let's go up one level. There we go. Grab some spray paint so I can paint those, the oxygen filled and the waste tank emptier the correct colors. And then I get the colors wrong. So the bottom one should be white. And look at that. My refrigerator isn't plugged in. Although somehow it is still making the potatoes last longer, so that's strange. Might as well plug it in though. Potatoes will last even longer. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. It might be a bug of some sort where it doesn't matter if the refrigerator is plugged in or not. But I'll plug it in for completeness sake. And hook those things up to power as well. Yep, I can get around that corner. That's good. Sometimes the pipe blocks me from putting the wires where I want them. And that can be a pain. Now I gotta hook up all these atmospherics units as well. And I do hook up the network even though I'm not using it right away. I think I will eventually. Most likely will. Oh, out of cables. And there's a problem. If I want to keep the line going straight, I've got to get around those oxygen pipes somehow, and everything's kind of in the way there. I gotta figure out how I'm going to run that wire. I'm just going to rejig the pipes a bit.
Power low.
Come on, wrench, go away. There we go. And now I can run that wire where I want it. As we'll get more cables printing. Oop. My power looks pretty low as well. There we go. Lots of wiring done. Oop, missed one. And now I need some more cables. There we go. Got to color code those other two volume pumps as well, though. So I'll need the green. And not the pink. Nope, not brown, not orange. Gray, there we are. Color that one green. That one gray, so it's carbon dioxide. And then also label them. So GVP is a gas volume pump, and then a colon, and then what it's pumping. So nitrogen in this case. And oxygen. You might as well label everything. These are filled by LT. Oh, day 24. Also label these tanks. I like to make sure everything is labeled, especially with an atmospheric setup, Definitely just label the heck out of everything. No having to guess what it is as you're scrolling through stuff. And gas pressure regulator for the oxygen refill. And a volume pump for waste emptying. And paint that red. That's better. That's looking pretty good so far. I think it's mostly done at this point. Just need to fill it with some gas. And I'll put volatile in the red ice crusher, and then oxide and nitrous in the white one. Well, that's what I'm missing. I need filters for the atmospheric skits. I'll just build regular ones for now. I'll eventually get into the medium or heavy filters for them, though. I find they don't run through them very quickly, though, so even the small-sized ones actually last quite a while. And we'll install the filters and turn it on. Some of them will be a pain to get to. There are pipes all over the place. Yeah, starting to get a decent amount of gas in these tanks, at least in that one. Nothing there yet. A little bit of oxygen. Not very much nitrogen. And no CO2 yet. CO2 will only come from me breathing out at this point, so the waste tank from the suit. May have to eventually figure out a way to recycle some of the CO2 from that exhaust tank for the furnace. But for the short term, my waste CO2 is plenty, is all the plants need.
Hydration critical.
And then once the ice crusher is empty, I can just power it off. Not very much NOS. Lots of oxygen, that's good.
Air tank low.
I'll set this to 17500, which I think is like 7/8 of the maximum of these those tanks can handle, or something like that.
Waste tank critical.
And empty out that waste tank. And soon I will get rid of the regular tanks and upgrade to only using smart tanks. And I think even though your
Air tank critical.
the waste tank in the suit can only handle up to 3 megapascals before it starts complaining, I always use a smart container in both slots, just in case you accidentally put the waste tank in the oxygen, which is bad. But if it's a regular tank and that oxygen system is set to fill to 1700 megapascals, you could end up making a bomb. You essentially turn these those small tanks into an explosive device that will blow up your base. So that's not good. Why am I putting the potato on the shelf? It goes in the refrigerator. And get some more potatoes out of seeds. You can actually replant the fruits that it grows, but then you don't get to eat them. So it's better to wait for seeds. And this pressure regulator is going to take a while before it fills up that tank. These pressure regulators are quite slow. Getting there. Get rid of that annoying noise. Get another canister storage out because I might as well also upgrade the jetpack. A smart canister. Oh, I got some stairs. place for the stairs. I'll turn that green for Jetpack, because Jetpack stuff is green for some reason. And the Jetpack refill situation is really simple. I will just pump in some of Europa's finest air into the Jetpack and just put a pipe meter on it. Keep pumping it in until it gets over 1700 or 17,000 megapascals. And I'll just stick it right here by the front door. There we go, start filling up that tank. Got to keep a close eye on that meter and don't just walk away from it, leave it running. Otherwise there's a potential for an explosion. Until it gets up to around 17 megs, and then oop, hit that button. It's a little more full than I wanted, but that's okay. I'm going to make sure I get rid of this tank,
Jetpack critical.
so I don't accidentally swap the tank in there. So that's easy enough to do. And storm is still, storm light is still green. Battery is dying faster. One thing someone in the comments mentioned is that I have my batteries all out in the cold, which is bad, and that is actually true. I've just for some reason I just left it like that. But yeah, if I were to redesign this case, I might put the that one large battery inside the greenhouse instead, and do the electrical wiring a bit differently. Maybe I'll do that next time. Anyway, I'm setting up a occupancy sensor and some logic gates here, and that is to automatically turn off the lights in the production area, save a little bit of power. I'm just going to use regular logic instead of the IC logic because it's a pretty simple thing. It just needs to read the value and then batch right out, turning the lights on or off. So I will read in the occupancy sensor and then the quantity, and then I'll just write that directly to the batch writer, and that will output to the wall lights and the value of on. Now the occupancy sensor, if there was more than one player, it would go up to 2 or 3, but that doesn't matter. Anything other than 0, and the lights will come on. The lights are off, lights are on. Lights go off, lights go back on.
Power low.
So that works pretty good. Let's chuck some more coal in there. And now that I have a nicely filled up jetpack, I might as well do some mining. I don't have to bother thinking about conserving the jetpack. I can just use it willy-nilly as much as I want. I'm gonna start grabbing lots of nitrice as well. Start using nitrous as a fuel. Didn't need the tracker to get home either. Could see the base off in the distance.
Waste tank critical. Air tank critical.
Tripping over that stupid oxygen tank. Let's move this thing out of the way. Hey, my plants are thriving. Let's have a look at the average efficiency percentage. Slowly going up. Well, that's good. Now I'm also going to take out this ice crusher and move it outside. So that I can take the nitrogen that comes from water ice and put it into my atmospherics system instead of just dumping it into this room. Deconstruct these water pipes. Make sure I'm pushing the water into that existing segment. And then I can get away with sticking the pipe meter there. But if you tried to put the wire through that, I think it doesn't work. Yeah, it won't let you put a wire through a pipe with a meter on it. But if the wire's already there and you stick the meter on, it seems to be okay. Also replace that pipe segment with an insulated segment, so that I don't lose a little bit of heat through that uninsulated pipe when the airlock is open on the other side. One last drink of water. Need some more liquid pipes to make this work as well. And also some insulated ones too. Just like to print out the whatever number I need to make a complete stack of 20 with whatever I already have in my hands. And the ice crusher will go there. that much room. Yep, changed my mind. Goes over here. Gonna need a welder. There we go. Few insulated as well. Not quite as many. And a liquid volume pump. You pump all of the water out of the ice crusher so it doesn't sit in the ice crusher. Yeah, that'll work. See if I can get the wiring to cooperate. Yeah, looks like I can. And make sure any of the segments of pipe that are outside or even partially outside are made from insulated pipes. Otherwise the water will slowly get quite cold. I'm going to need some more brown pipes. Just borrow a chunk. Like so. And then hook that up like that. Now water ice can go into that ice crusher. Oh, 26 days. Now theoretically I can also put oxide ice and nitrous in that one as well. So I kind of have a extra redundant ice crusher. Could get away with only 2. I got a 3rd one. I'm gonna paint it blue. So it's for water.
Power low.
Let's put some more stuff in these ice crushers. It looks like I did well with the ice on my last mining trip. And if they can put in some pipe meters on all of these, all those tanks, would be a good idea as well. In fact, I think it's required for health and safety reasons. So again, please don't let the safety inspector know that I had tanks without meters on them. That'll just be our little secret. But we'll get that fixed pretty quick here. And nobody will know. Be tricky to get the pipe just right where you want it. And I can't get through there. Big stack of pipe meters. Stick them all on there before the safety inspector sees it. There we go. And there we go. Just keep an eye on the pressure inside the ice crushers by mousing over those gray squares under the power buttons. And make sure it's going down rather than building up to an explosion. And check the other pipes, make sure they're not building up.
Power critical.
Oops. You don't get very much nitrous from those, from that nitrous ice. It's only like a 10% or something like that. Yeah, somehow a bit of X got into my waistline. But it's just a very tiny amount, so I'm just going to ignore it for now. I'm not bothering to save any of the pollutant in tanks. I don't really have a use for it. On some worlds it can be useful if you're using AC units. You can use it as a thing to dump the heat into. But I don't need that on Europa. Let's organize my junk pile a bit here. Everything out of the way. For the next step, is to start making fuel. And powering the furnace with fuel instead of breaking up ice in my hands. We'll need a gas mixer for that as well. And we just pump the fuel right into that line. So I'll just put the volume pump right there. And I might as well keep it all orange pipes. Except now for fuel, I'm going to use pink. Figure that's a good color for it. Oh, now the lights turn off, so we don't have a proper filled-in room anymore. Run that fuel line through that frame. Seal it back up again. Now we need to plop down a gas mixer and mix the volatile and nitrous together at a 1-to-1 ratio. I'll turn this volume pump down fairly low so that I don't pump fuel in too fast. I think I just put silver in there, not steel. Why do they have to look so similar?
Hydration critical. Power low.
Just trying to figure out how I'm going to get the nitrous into that gas mixer. Now there's a line for fuel. I'm not going to create a separate tank for fuel because I never create quite enough of it. And see there, I can't get that wire through, so I'm just going to go around. Although I suppose I could have just taken the pipe meter off and put the wire through the shorter route and then put the pipe meter back on. Oh well. Some red pipes and hook it up there. That will give me volatile. We'll get some more some more smart canisters going as well. That way I can have two of them that I just leave in the greenhouse. And when I come in there to take care of all the eating and drinking and so forth, I can just swap the tanks out. Hey, are you happy? Turn that on and start filling that tank up.
Waste tank critical.
I'll just do some plumbing around that oxygen tank. Probably gonna reconfigure a lot of this room anyway. Oh, you're flashing yellow for some reason. Now let me turn you off and then back on again. There we go. And you're thriving, that's good. Now we just go like that. And the pressure's a bit lower, but I have a longer length of pipe. Still gotta wait for those seeds. Ooh, and I'll do a little bit of reprogramming of the greenhouse chip, the master chip here. And basically all those lines that I commented out a few episodes ago, we'll have the comments removed so that they become live, active lines. And what it will do is it will monitor the percentage of oxygen and carbon dioxide, and if that gets too low, it will turn it on. And if the pressure gets too low, it will turn on nitrogen. So I just gotta hook that up to the gas volume pumps. It's now day 27. Turn that back on. A little bit of a whoosh. Get a little bit higher pressure in here, but that's okay. Small amount of X in this room. Definitely don't want any of that. So I'll have to eventually set up a filter as well.
Filter low.
Why is my fire extinguisher on the floor? If the safety inspector saw that, I would be in big trouble. Well, still thriving towards seeding. Wish they'd thrive a little faster. I think with the nitrous, I'm going to go underneath. It's a little bit little cleaner. I think if I go above, it will get in the way of that volume pump and stuff like that. Of course, it's always a pain in the butt trying to get the pipe right where you want it. There we go. Just leave that set to the default 50-50 for nitrous and volatile mix. Plenty of volatile, and not much NOS. Also get a heat exchanger and make sure that the volatile and NOS are the same temperature. Got a heat exchanger between the two of them. There's one side. And the other. There, now the temperature in those two tanks should slowly equalize, which is what you want for mixing gases. If you put them through a gas mixer, it's ideal to have them as close to the same temperature as possible. It will make the gas mixer more accurate.
Power low.
So got around 2 megs of fuel. Just heating up a cold furnace with fuel. It's always a little bit dangerous because the fuel won't necessarily ignite when it goes into the furnace. And you can actually fill the furnace up quite a ways with fuel, and then you press that activate button. It's a little spark and kaboom. So you always got to watch out with a cold furnace. It can be dangerous, even though you think, oh, it's a cold furnace. It's not really dangerous, but they can be. Stick another meter on there so I know how much fuel I have. And start smelting stuff at 4 times speed. And my solar panels are damaged. How do they get damaged while they're inside? That is strange.
Power critical.
Well, got to go deal with that. Might as well just disassemble and reassemble these solar panels. Which gets rid of the damage. There we go. Just like new. I need to make sure, yeah, this is a sealed off room. It says room 6. And room 13 down here, so. Oh, battery's low again.
Hydration critical.
And that is, we're coming up to the end of this episode. It's a bit of a longer one, so thank you for sticking with it. I appreciate you watching, and I really appreciate everyone who's done, who's put some comments or done some likes or subscribes to my channel. That is awesome. Thank you very much. Ooh. I got some seeds as well. We'll plant those. And thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye for now.